Leo Chanel.
Big news, Chris Jones in there, right? He didn't travel with the team. It's not going to be playing.
I mean, is that a surprise, really?
It's news.
Yeah, I mean it's news, but I don't know. Is that much of a surprise? Look, these guys are. I mean,
right.
He's not wanting to. He's holding out training camp, trying to get a new contract, trying to have whatever leverage he can, trying to avoid injury, maybe all the above. I did not anticipate him participating in this game. So,
yeah.
There's a tweet out there. I want to say it was from Ian Rappaport, or maybe it was Schefter, one of those two guys, saying that maybe now Chris Jones is wanting to be the top paid defensive player in the league. Man, that's. I'm not saying the guy's not worth it, but it's tough to pay that kind of.
Chris?
What up, Chris? Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining.
I don't think you want the top paid anybody on your team, right? I mean, I guess quarterback would be okay, but
yeah,
I mean, those big contracts are just not worth it, man. It's not worth the cost to the rest of your team.
I mean, what's the defense look like without Chris Jones on there?
All right, we got kickoff here.
And a flag, baby.
Two flags.
Preseason's underway.
One play, two flags. It's flag football.
Referees in mid-season form here. Pretty funny.
Running down the field on the defense, kicking team.
Short kick. I guess they're wanting to see what they got in these coverage guys, special teams guys. I still
why would you even
figure out a way where I could keep track of. There's a stat I've had in my head the last handful of years of the Chiefs, and it's like forfeited yards or something where, like, when you kicked it short and they got the return out to whatever, some pressure on the quarterback, drop pass by the Saints running back, or I'm sorry, that was wide receiver Chris Olave, second-year player. So about like how many players, like how many yards you lost by kicking it short, the other team got a long return, or not taking a knee in the end zone, and then you get tackled at the 15, and then a 10-yard holding penalty knocks you back to the 5. You just lost 20 yards, as opposed to how many times you like gained out over the touchback. I have no idea, or I'm not disciplined enough to.
Well, there's a 13-yard run, 12-yard run on second down.
Serving a 3-game suspension to start the regular season, but
just goes to show you, folks, if you're gonna hurt somebody or something, you should hurt somebody, because Willie Gay got more games for breaking a vacuum cleaner than Alvin Kamara got for being in a fight.
Right. So. Yeah, that was a whole domestic situation with his girlfriend or his baby's mother, his ex-girlfriend. I'm not sure what their relationship was at that point. There's a missed tackle by Reed. Yeah. That was at number 20.
Yes.
Saints are getting some chunk plays here out of the gate.
Start.
What's that?
I said not looking so great to start on defense here, but
no, they had a little pressure on the quarterback on that first play, and then the receiver dropped the pass. But yeah, they've had 2 10-plus yard games in a row on back-to-back plays now. So I can see the Chiefs defense stiffen up here a little bit.
There you go.
Picking up another 4 or 5 yards.
4 yards.
Everybody watching live, make sure you throw your reactions in the chat. We'll throw them up on the screen. If you got any questions.
Yeah, who are you guys looking forward to seeing the most in this game? Oh, there you go. There's a good stop. Just stop for a loss there.
Derek Nottie with the tackle. I didn't see who kind of busted through the line there and broke that play up to start. Kind of stopped the running back's momentum in the backfield, and then looked like Derek Nottie cleaned it up there at the end. So that's a good play. I'm like kind of torn between Justin Ross and Deneric Prince, both guys been flashing in camp.
Yep.
Oh, man, that was a nice play. Well, no, thought they were going to get him.
Almost had him.
Almost had him. Pressure had him and had defenders in the backfield, just didn't make the play. Justin Reed.
Yeah. You gotta finish, right? That's
right.
Maybe a little push there in the back there. But
Saints moving the ball in this opening drive.
yeah, they're in Chiefs territory here. They're pushing field goal range. Let's see if we can. Oh, there's a nice screen.
Well, somebody's got Alvin Kamara on a couple fantasy squads. I'm enjoying his usage here early. Would like to see the defense do a little bit better job of stopping him, but yeah, from a fantasy perspective, Kamara kind of down year last year. He didn't get his accustomed 81 or whatever it was receptions a year he had every year for like 3 or 4 straight years there. Oh, there's a flag before the play starts. False start. Move it back.
Back 5. That gets him definitely out of field goal range, right?
Right. With the suspension to start the season for Kamara, I think he's a guy that could be. It's weird to call him a sleeper pick for fantasy or whatever. But maybe he goes in a later round. You can pick him up there. You could maybe go wide receiver earlier in the first few rounds and pick up him, weather the storm there for a while until he comes back. Should be fresh.
McDuffie not getting position there. Spags defense it seems like they take about 10 regular season games to get to where they're competent. I don't know what it is.
I thought he kind of bounced that pass in there, but that was a clean catch on the other angle.
Yeah.
There's a nice stop for no gain, maybe 1 yard.
Do you think Chris Jones is just trying to not get hurt, or do you think he's like, here's what you're going to look like if I don't play?
I don't know. I think it's all the above. It's just a weird situation. I don't. He's always talked about wanting to play his whole career here. Patrick Mahomes setting the example.
Fooled by that screen.
Yeah, they did. Over pursued. Well, I don't know if he over pursued the defensive lineman. Zion's job to stop the screen, but it's probably all the above. He's wanting a big payday and he's wanting to avoid injury and he's wanting to, with his
nice play by Cook there in the open
really
field.
Have much leverage as far as this goes. So I think he's just doing whatever he can to try to get that deal.
One-on-one there with Alvin Kamara. Cook forcing him out of bounds in the open field. That was a good play. Yeah.
See if the Chiefs defense can get the old bend but not break defense here. Nice defensive play by Williams.
Yeah.
And that fade coverage.
Got your number 2.
Yep. Number deuce. Yeah. So it's a weird thing too. Like seen a lot of back and forth in the local KC media and on social media about Patrick's taking less so that we can pay other players. And now they're letting Tyreek Hill walk, letting Chris Jones walk. Why are you, there's a touchdown to start opening long, sustained touchdown drive against the defense. Not really what you want to see there.
No, not at all.
Shoot. Why is Patrick taking less if you're not going to sign and have the cap space to sign these other guys? But at the same time, if you're not going to pay Patrick Mahomes top QB money in the NFL, why are you going to pay Chris Jones top defender money? I guess there's like an argument to be made on both sides of that debate.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes had the richest contract in NFL history, right? Still does.
For 1 year,
if you count the years.
Right.
But
I think they structured that understand. Knowing that it was going to be obsolete rather quickly. Because was 10 years. So
Yeah.
it was the richest overall, but you don't see players get 10-year contracts in the NFL. So the
Right.
average annual per value, I don't even know. Was he still the top paid player that first year of that contract? I want to say there Aaron Rodgers and a couple of those guys were making per year more. They didn't obviously have 10 years, $450 million, but I don't really know what to think.
Yeah, the way that his is structured though is pretty unique because I think his guarantee is a full year early. So I mean, it's basically like a guaranteed contract because they could cut him, but then they'd have to pay that full next year. So
Yeah,
not
you
that
still have
anybody
all
would
the
ever cut
remaining
Patrick
years after
Mahomes, but
that. So I mean, it's a moot point to even talk about because they're not going to release him. So I mean,
right,
he'll either play that contract out or get an extension or get a raise or get restructured
right.
or something to get more money. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating that he's taking less, and you'd like to say, well, now they got money to pay other guys more, but at the same time, I mean, Patrick's taking less, Travis is taking less. You're going to reward these other guys who are holding out, wanting to be the top paid guy. I don't really know how I feel
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, you got the Bolton and Snead contracts coming up, right? I mean, I think they're just trying to figure out how can they pay, all those dudes. And
Yeah,
Chris
I
Jones
get
is going to
it.
take 30 to 35 million a year. If that's what it's going to take,
Right.
is it worth losing those other guys, right?
I mean, with all due respect to Nick Bolton and Jarius Sneed, I'd rather have Chris Jones on the team. I mean, he's more important, but um,
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those deals. Is one great player worth? We talked about this with Tyreek Hill. Is one great player worth three or four really good players?
yeah, that's
The thing is that when you lost Tyreek Hill, you had Patrick Mahomes to cover. You lose Chris Jones, like you really don't have anybody to
yeah.
cover, right?
I mean, Patrick Mahomes can make other guys better and
Right.
distribute the ball and do what he does. There's no Patrick Mahomes on the defense to go in and kind of like
Right.
fill the gaps that you lose with Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, come on. Generic Prince to the house. Let's see what he can do.
I'm 34. It's a good looking jersey there. Speaking of 34, I saw the Raiders signed old D-Train.
Yeah.
Old friend alert, Darwin Thompson going to the Raiders after they signed Damian Williams. I want to say the week or a few days before that.
Yeah, they're just
cheap scraps.
playing garbage collector there, huh?
I don't know how much of that is trying to get insight into the Chiefs or how much of that is they think those guys are legit NFL players.
Yeah, I don't know.
Clean catch of the kickoff.
So far,
and then he runs right into the first tackler downfield.
so far we've had 2 kicks, and I guess these guys are trying to make the team. But if you fair catch it, even at the 2, you get it at the 25, right? That's the new rule.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to see any fair catches, I don't think, in the preseason unless it's like 8 yards deep in the end zone. They're wanting to see what these guys have. They're wanting to see what guys got in the return game and the special teams. That's really like outside of the superstars. There's a false start.
There you go, CEH.
I can't believe they didn't call that false start.
Here's your boy CEH getting the first.
Yeah,
first play
I mean, no Isaiah Pacheco, so we knew we weren't going to see him. I was wondering, Jarrett McKinnon's kind of like the third down pass catching back, so I'm not really surprised to see Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting out there in the first series with Patrick and the rest of the first team offense.
First 2 plays. There you go. That's a good play, though. First down.
Yeah.
Nice catch and run.
Patrick rolling out to his right. Just a little bootleg pass out there to the flat. You watch Clyde Edwards-Helaire have 2,000-yard season this year, 18 touchdowns or something.
No, he was trying to go upfield. My wife thinks it should have been a penalty. pushing him out like that. Heavy dose of CEH. They're trying to figure out if they're keeping this guy, I think. I mean, what have they not? What have they seen in the last 4 years that's going to change in a couple of preseason games?
Yeah, I mean, he's
vanilla offense.
To me, he's established who he is at this point. But
yeah,
I mean, he doesn't have a lot of size. He doesn't have a lot of speed. I don't. But he's picking up first downs on this drive, so it's nonstop.
There you go. So you think there's going to be any continuity problems with Matt Nagy, or you think it's just going to be same Chiefs offense?
No, he's an established veteran coordinator and coach in the NFL. Yeah. He's got a lot of familiarity with the organization, with Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. He was here for his first couple of years, I want to say. So yeah, I don't see that being an issue. I think some people would say he's maybe an upgrade.
Oh, don't be running it. There you go. Nice, Patrick. Oh, they're going to mark him short there?
Oh, yeah, of course they're going to mark him short. Heart starts racing a little bit when I see Patrick Mahomes running up the middle of the field in preseason.
Good duck.
Some pretty heavy lightning and rain and thunder going on right now.
Oh yeah, it's dumping here, dude. I mean, we only live a few minutes apart, so it's not surprising. But 4th and 1, are they going for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can go for it here. What do you have to lose? It should look like he's starting to slide later than that.
Yeah. And could they challenge that? Is that challengeable?
I don't know that you challenge that.
Preseason, you know. Let's do a QB sneak, Scott. What do you think? QB sneak coming up?
I'd wager heavily against QB sneak. Where are you going to put the ball at, man? Like, they got the chain out and they're moving the ball all around backward and forward.
That's weird.
Oh, let's move that back a little bit.
Oh, there's Bo. What's up, dude?
What up, Bo? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well.
Hope the 505 is treating you good. All right, come on, boys. 4th and 1 from the shotgun.
Uh-oh, Belldozer, tight end sneak.
Didn't get it.
Oh, he got it there at the end, I think.
No, they're going to mark him short.
Bo had a late night last night.
Too obvious. Can't get a push for 6 inches. That's not good.
Are they saying he lost yardage? There's no way. On the TV's camera over here, his helmet and shoulder pads were at the yellow line. I mean, do they give it to him? I can't tell. The offense is staying on the field here, so.
Yeah, everybody listening, we were texting Bo.
I mean, that spot's further backwards.
He's like, I just woke up.
So his second effort, he got further. There's no way that's a first down. I don't even need to measure that.
Can they challenge that?
That's piss poor.
You gotta challenge that spot, right?
Well, how about a replay? I mean, I get it's preseason coverage, but I mean, there's not one replay on the screen that's showing where he was at. That second effort, it looked like his helmet was past the line and his shoulder pads were there at the line. I don't know if you could see the ball, but
yeah,
showing guys milling around in the huddle or whatever you want to call that while they're waiting for the spot, and they don't show one replay. I
mean, I don't know. disappointed in that play call. That play's worked one time, but I think as soon as they see him go in motion, they know exactly what's going to happen, right? We've done it
Yeah,
three
I mean, you
times.
lose
It's
the
worked
element of
once.
surprise there for sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
But you should need the element of surprise there. That's the
yeah, especially
frustrating
after
part,
since the
right?
last game we watched was the Eagles seemingly getting 2 yards on every quarterback
Every
sneak.
single one. Just news coming, just can't stop it. I mean,
well, that's not a very good performance out of the first team offense.
Something funky with our short yardage plays. We just, as great of an offense as we are, it just seems like that last yard is so much tougher for us to get than like a 3rd and 12. It's weird.
Wonder if that's the last we see of Patrick and some of those other guys out there. Andy Reid said they play the first quarter, but he's generally says that, and then they play one series. The way that series went,
I don't know.
I won't be surprised if they come back out for a second offensive series, but I also am not.
They probably won't do more than
it,
2.
So,
yeah, not a great start. But what do you expect when you're giving the human snail the ball every time?
Yeah, I said you got these other guys making plays. And maybe they're waiting for the second, or maybe they're waiting further into the preseason. Maybe they're going to get those guys some action later, but I don't understand just giving the ball to Clyde Edwards-Helaire over and over and over and over and over and then punting the damn ball. That's fun.
I mean, none of these new receivers got a ball thrown to them. Everybody's excited to see these guys and see what they can do. It's a little weird, but
well, you're going to see some of these other guys, I think, more as the game goes on. But against the first team defense, I'd kind of like to see it. Wide open, 15-yard gain. No pressure on the quarterback whatsoever. Not a defender within 5 yards of that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Nick Bolton was maybe 3 yards away, but that's not looking good.
Not a great start. Not exactly what you waited all off season for, but it's only 9 minutes a game.
Right, there's the Saints running for 3 yards. They don't have a problem getting 1 yard.
He's getting it.
Does it look like?
Yeah.
What year is this for Spags? 5? 4? No, it can't be 5, right? 3rd?
Well, he took over when we won LIV, right? That was his first year.
Right.
So this is, I guess this will be year 5, right?
Right. Man, time flies. That's crazy.
He's the most successful, frustrating defensive coordinator we've ever had.
Right.
Oh, he didn't catch it. Or did he catch it?
Didn't control it to the ground. Didn't control it through the process all the way to the ground. That is not a touchdown.
Yeah, he wasn't touching. He didn't survive the
ground.
ground.
It should have been a touchdown. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding.
You didn't survive the ground.
I mean, Chiefs would be lucky right there. I mean, the guy was open.
Oh. Yeah.
Come on, man. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess maybe.
That's a touchdown, I think. Duffy got burned.
Yeah, well.
Playing the ball.
Poor showing out of the defense. I mean, I don't think you could have
You
much
think
worse.
you think quick touchdown drives or two solid touchdown drives to start is not good. It's just, oh man.
Does Patrick
They
go back
confirmed
out
that
there?
play quick. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna want that to be the only showing. They'll probably send him back out. I think if they had scored right away, probably would have taken him out, but you gotta wonder is, I mean, anybody in Kansas City, they have these jungle law commercials, and I'm just like, that actually works. Like people are like, "Ooh, those are the people I want representing me in court."
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, Bo, I think one more series.
Man, I don't know. Perhaps we're about to find out. I mean, if all you're going to do is run Clyde Edwards-Helaire over and over and over, and toss him short dump offs, I don't know why you bring Patrick Mahomes back out. That's
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, that's irritating as hell to start the fucking first game of the year.
Hard-headed, man.
You
Don't
don't
want to
even
give up on him.
try to push the ball down the field. You don't even try to get the ball to some of these guys that are flashing. You give the ball to the guy that has been mediocre on the team for the last 4 years and has missed a bunch of time in camp because he's sick.
And didn't even suit up for the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, see, let's just get one good offensive drive here out of the ones. So, but see, I think this is why it's important to play your guys during the preseason. You get some of these maybe disjointed, stuff. You get that out of the way. I mean, that way you're not coming out like this in the first game, like the real
Right.
game of the year.
It wasn't even that it was disjointed. It was just a bunch of like vanilla, simple plays for not much
Right.
yardage. They didn't even try to push the ball. I mean, they didn't even throw the ball more than 5 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Patrick Mahomes' day's over, so that was anticlimactic, I guess, is one way. Appreciate
Yeah.
that,
Well.
Chiefs coaching staff. Wait all this offseason and watch all the training camp stuff to see Patrick Mahomes not even get a chance to throw the ball more than 5 yards.
Uh-oh. Hope the storm's not messing up my TV signal here. Oh.
And he takes it 6 yards deep out of the end zone to the 10-yard line.
And there's a flag. Let's get it to 6.
This might be a short stream.
All two of the people watching can watch Scott melt down.
I mean, I'm not melting down. It's just aggravating that. All right, half the distance to the goal. I mean, guys are trying to make the team, so it's not disappointing necessarily to me, or as disappointing to take the ball that far out of the end zone deep, but to get nothing on top of it, not exactly flashing on kickoff return with those 2 returns.
Well, they made the kickoff returns just such an obsolete play now. You just always get the ball at the 25, right?
Short pass to Rice. Chiefs Twitter is probably a fun place right now.
Oh, man. I bet AFC West Twitter is a fun place right now.
Oh yeah, you got your second round rookie 1 catch. Let's make sure you get him out of there right away. Hope he didn't get hurt or something right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be weird to get hurt on that play.
Another run to Clyde for 2 yards.
Heavy dose of CEH. That isn't, I mean, I'll be honest, that is probably the thing I least expected to have happen in this game. When you're trying to figure out who you have and what you got, right? I mean, it's hard to not feel almost trolled at that point.
Right? I don't get that at all.
But it is the first preseason game, so it's 3rd and 4.
Last year during the first preseason game, they were airing it out. There's a pass to Gray. It was covered like a blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last year they were pushing the ball down the field. They were using some of the. I want to say Justin Watson was involved. They haven't involved any of the new guys whatsoever.
Yeah. Stared down the same guy the way.
Who's Gabbert throwing the ball to there? That guy's covered like a blanket. He's lucky that wasn't a pick six.
So you think the Chiefs will be signing Tommy Townsend to another contract or no?
I don't know.
There's some much ado on Twitter when, was it Drew Rosenhaus, that big agent, said that, you know, that Tommy Townsend was under their umbrella or whatever now. Oh man, they got the bow stuff on TV. It's almost hunting season, Scotty.
Yep, getting close. All right, well, that's a pretty lackluster performance from the first units on offense and defense.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like I said, it's first preseason game.
Yeah, I'm not in panic mode, but I would rather have seen them play. I mean, it'd be better to play better than to play like shit. That's all. I know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't think they're going to be 7-10 now. I mean, I'm not overreacting to it too crazy, but just sit there and feature Clyde Edwards-Helaire exclusively is fucking ridiculous. But
Yeah, I'm just still baffled at our inability to get 6 inches whenever we need it. It seems like that is
I mean,
every other team I watch, it's like a
super
super high percentage play, right? I mean,
throw the ball down the field. How many years do you have to sit there and watch your guys get stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain on 3rd and 4th and short? And when you got the game on the line against the Browns a few years ago, you throw it out in the flat to Tyreek Hill. You got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I mean, they've won the Super Bowl 2 the last 4 years. Okay, but
True.
Small things like that are just insanely frustrating me, especially when you got guys on the offensive line. You got guys that you're paying good money to, like Joe Tooney is a guy that you pay like pretty good paycheck to.
Yeah.
Let's just run it up the middle for nothing for the umpteenth hundredth time the last 4 years. I just don't understand that.
Wasn't a great punt either.
He's punting from his own end zone. He punted it out to the 50, didn't he?
He didn't get it across the 50. It was a 40-something yard net punt, right?
Well, let's see the defense here. I was pretty close to the 50. What, they was at the 45 or the 47-yard line. So, yeah, he's definitely capable of better than that, but it also wasn't like he shanked it off his foot for 27 yards out of bounds or something.
Right, yeah. This puts your defense in a tough spot when you can't get the ball even across the 50, right? They're starting in on your side of the field.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Highest points per game by starting QB since 1950. Patrick Mahomes, 30.5.
Over 30 a game. That's fucking insane. I'll hop up and get a drink of water real quick.
Yeah. Oh, what are you thinking? How you feeling? I'd like to see a stop here on the defensive side. Just there's another run for 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, some signs of life would be nice.
Flags on special teams play, but I haven't seen any flags outside of that, huh?
And that false start by the Saints.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
I thought the Chiefs got away with a false start on the right tackle there in that first set of downs. I don't know if maybe they've made a point of emphasis to not overreact to that, but it sure seems like up until a season or so ago, like any kind of movement along the line before the ball was snapped was an instant penalty. And now you see lots of games where guys are jumping a quarter of a second early and they don't call it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. On cue. I said it. They'll call a penalty. I'm still confused as to how guys can throw their arms forward. They can, stand up, sit back down. I don't know. I don't understand the ruling on how all that works. It seems like there's a lot of times where guys get set and then they're moving. I mean, that guy from the Eagles, seemed a quarter of a second early on probably 15 offensive snaps in the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
I got a river out in front of my house right now. Damn.
Yeah, it's dumping, dude.
Is our one viewer Bo? Are you still with us, Bo?
I don't know. I was talking to him and he didn't seem to respond there. He might have fallen back asleep with his phone going. Sounds like he had a rough night last night.
I don't miss those.
Yeah, he's an hour back too, right? So it's game starting at 11.
Right.
We have a
Hey, hold on a sec. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Rager the night before. We're not checking a lot of the boxes here that we were expecting, folks. I was hoping to see Justin Ross, maybe Deneric Prince. Maybe some of that's still coming here. It's only after the first quarter. Ooh, shit. So we'll see. We'll see. Our brother Scott doesn't seem to understand that. When you only have 2 people on the show, you just don't bounce out all the time. Thought we might get some more people here in the chat, but we didn't announce it early enough, maybe. All right, so let's see if we can limit it here to only 17-0. Chiefs Kingdom, yeah, they got they're showing the Red Wednesday flag since we play on Thursday. Make sure if you're in the Kansas City area, you get out early. Try to get a flag. I believe that there's also a virtual run that you can do that the Chiefs are putting on, where if you sign up for that, you can get a flag sent to you along with I think it's a T-shirt. So if you don't want to try to make it out to McDonald's there super early to get the flag, that you can maybe just purchase one. They normally have them pre-sale on their website too, but this year it'll be a Super Bowl champions flag, so you'd probably want that for the collection. There we go. It's a good stop there. Nice run stop. No gain.
All right, I'm back.
All right, 36-yard field goal here.
Well, it's hard to say whether the penalty or the defense stopped the Saints there.
17-0. Not exactly how we wanted to start here.
Yeah, no, definitely not as good as the start last year against the Bears in the first preseason game, where the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs defense got 3 out, and then the offense went down and scored a touchdown right out the gate. I mean, not going to panic or anything. So,
Yeah. So how long you want to go here, Broham?
yeah, I don't know. We can jump off if you want. I don't know if Bo's going to make it in here or not, so. Not much.
No, it sounds like he's a little worse for the wear today, so.
Yeah, all good. Well, we'll have plenty to talk about. The Clyde Edwards-Helaire show Wednesday. So, yeah, cool. Well, we'll be back live at 8 on Thursday and see. I mean, I'm always going to watch the rest of the game. So, guess maybe we'll see.
Yeah, hop on over to the Twitter. I'm sure Scott will be live tweeting during the game.
Yeah.
Twitter account.
Most likely. So, okay. Well, we'll be back on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Talk about this game, and hopefully we have some better stuff here later in the game to talk about than the first quarter. So, we'll holler at y'all later.
All right. Peace.